Hey, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers, and here I am today with the final on my 55 Chevy. Here I'm throwing some seafoam green Krylon paint on the underside, the interior, something kind of 50s looking, like a stock color, and very similar to what the interior of the car that I'm building this after, what it had. And I debated whether to leave some on the door jambs, but he didn't have it, like he was debating on whether to take it back the original color or something entirely different. But here's what it looked like with all that. Alright, enough of this stuff. Let's just get to the final. Alright guys, here she is, my 55 Chevy that I finally got done after about 2 years. I made this to resemble one that I seen in my hometown of Hamilton that was driving around, that he never seemed to get finished. It always seemed to be running around in gray primer, but it still looked good. It still looked like a nice machine, just ready for that final paint job. So I decided to build a model of it. Let's turn this off. He had most of the chrome on it. This is the AMT kit, and I used the Molotov pen on the white plastic wheels that looks pretty much like chrome now. I was very impressed with it. This is my first time using it, and I used some of it along the window chrome as well. There's some bare metal foil on it mixed in here and there. I made it so that the guy got tired of waiting to save up the money for the paint job he wanted, so he at least went ahead and added some pen striping to it to make it look at least a little bit better. These are from the pinstripe set of Gopher models, and they look pretty good, I think. They're thin, they went down well, there's not a lot of silvering through it. A couple little more fancy pinstripes to the corners of the hood, and I don't know if you can see it in this video or not, but it's actually two different shades of primer. If you've ever been working on your own car, chances are that you run out of material at one point or another, and you end up with two different brands or two different colors. That's just the way it goes. Or perhaps the hood was redone and hadn't had as much time to oxidize. I rescribed the panel lines a little bit deeper, just so they'd stand out. I was going to put a wash in them, but I really didn't think it needed it. I also made it look like he was missing the chrome for the driver's side door, which he actually was. And I drilled the little mounting holes for the attachment points for the chrome. To keep them in a straight line, I ran a strip of tape from the fender on both sides to keep the holes centered, and I did the same with the bottom as well. Another nice pinstripe on the back, just something fancy to spruce it up a little bit. You can probably catch glimpses of the light teal interior, which his car had, and reminiscent of the original factory color. he hadn't decided on what color to do that yet. I left the engine pretty much stock with just a chrome air cleaner. I didn't wire it, I didn't do anything special to it because I didn't know him well enough to actually go and look and see what he had under the hood. So I just left it as the plain 283 that came with the kit, with the addition of a chrome air filter. Everybody in Hamilton had a chrome air filter. On the bottom we got it rusty and dirty looking, as any Midwest winter will do to any car, let alone one that's been there for a good amount of time. I also added some traction bars, which were just strips of plastic that I chromed up with the Molotov pen, and I gave it a little bit of rake. I increased the rear shackles on the springs. A little bit hard to see with the colors, but these are extended to give it that nice hot rod rake that I always thought looked so good. And I didn't have to extend the springs or anything else, just the leaf springs under the shackle gave it like a 2-3 inch rise, just enough to make it stand out a little bit and give it that proper stance. Now, it's been a long time being finished, and my first time just leaving a car in primer like this. So I hope you guys enjoy it and get some inspiration. Look around your own town. There's still plenty of hot rods out there that roam the streets looking for a little bit of action every day, or bring you back to your youth when you had one like this.